Hello, Carver. It's me, Ken Simmons. You recognize the face? We just met a couple of nights ago. Hey, we are at the Carver Sportsman's Club, as you can see from the sign in back of me. And they are having a scholarship breakfast. I think that is a very commendable thing to do. A bunch of guys who probably are hungover from last night are cooking a fabulous breakfast. We're going to take you inside and show you what's going on. We're going to also talk to some people. By the way, the name of the show is on the air. And for CCAT, I'm Ken Simmons. So without further ado, without a lot of baloney from me, let's go inside and see what's happening. Follow me. We are inside. There's only a few people here right now, as you can see. I'm going to turn around while I talk to you. This place, this is the scholarship fund. What they're going to attempt to do is give some money to a couple of kids in Carver High School that are going to graduate this year, put it towards their scholarship fund. It may not be millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, but the point is the effort is being made by your friends and neighbors, by the guys that you associate with probably every day. They are here making a breakfast, doing it with a smile on their face, and I want to tell you, from what I've seen, it's a great breakfast. So, without further ado, let's get up. I keep using that word, further ado. Cut that out, will you, Rich, if you can? Cut out one of the ados. He's shaking his head no. I want to go in the kitchen and see Mr. Paul Johnson, who's the president, I believe. We'll find out. Too. Paul Johnson.
We are
You're the president, right?
Yes, I'm the president of the Sportsman's Club.
And you're the guy that got this thing all together.
Yes, me,
And most of
myself
these-
and John Duffy.
And you guys are doing the cooking.
Absolutely.
Is this where you do the game show?
Yes.
Right
We
here.
do the game show here. We do the scholarship breakfast here.
My goodness
My
gracious.
buddy Howard Beard's been here for 11 or 12 years with us now.
All right, these guys are all
All club members.
cooking.
All cooking and all club members.
They all look like they all look like they got hangovers.
Well,
There's
they might.
Somebody in back of me. How about me? Who's that?
Me?
Rod
What
Moore.
about me? I'm here over here
What-
behind.
What's your name?
You throw me aside like
What's your name?
Rod Forrester.
Rod Forrester.
That's right. That's
Really?
my lovely,
Wait a minute. Is
that's
that
my
true?
lovely wife over
Is that true? Is he Rod Forrester?
Yes, that is the infamous.
Oh, he's
Rod
been
Moore.
The
confirmed.
infamous, yes.
How about a shake?
I'll give you one of them.
Veteran of what?
Vietnam,
Vietnam,
100% disabled.
Korea.
God bless you. Thank you for your service.
10% disabled.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You're a veteran.
You got me by 90%.
That's all right. They,
Nice.
they
Nice.
give it. They're always giving it to you. you
Nice
know?
to wait. This is a family show,
My
remember?
lovely wife is
Wait a
selling
minute.
tickets.
This is a
Well, I
family
like
show.
the point.
This is a family show. Thanks a lot, Rod.
Yeah.
Mr. Johnson has got back to his stove. He's going to be busy for a while because people are pouring in here. We'll talk to him later because I want to get a rundown of the history of the Sportsman's Club and how this all started. So until then, I'll be right back. Okay, we just got through talking with Rod. What's his name?
Forrester.
Rod Forrester. And you're Mrs. Rod.
Yes, I am.
Or Mrs. Forrester.
Either or.
Okay. You've got a pile of money here in front of you.
Yes, I do. That's going towards a scholarship.
Okay, this looks like a lot of money so far.
Yep, we're doing pretty well.
Have you had people here earlier this morning?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we've been here. I think they started around 7:30.
You have a crowd of people?
Yeah, they come in maybe 6 or 7
Yeah.
at a time, sometimes one.
How long you been doing it?
Oh, my gosh. I've done this part maybe 3 years, but we're on one crew or another. You know, we've done this for years.
How old is the scholarship idea?
Before I was a member, so
Really?
yeah, Mr. Johnson, I think.
Yeah, I can ask him about what's
yeah,
going on
yeah,
here.
he can tell you, but
Okay.
very important. I don't get up at 5:30 in the morning for anything, but I'll get up for kids and scholarships.
God bless you. That's a great. I think this is great. You know, when people, ordinary people, working people, get together to put a couple of kids through college, I think that's what
Absolutely, it's the most important thing you can do.
can't beat that.
No?
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
And I got to say, bless you for putting up with Rod.
He's awesome. He's wonderful.
He is awesome. He is awesome. All right, thank you. I'm here with an old friend. Everywhere I go, when I do a show, this lady seems to appear. And I wouldn't feel right if I didn't say hi to her. So please bear with me. Okay. Hi.
You think I'm following you?
No, I think you're a groupie.
No, I'm a supporter.
I'm a supporter.
I try to support all of these things, and this is for scholarship.
Well, I'm an athletic supporter myself. So
Oh,
I understand what you're saying.
yeah.
Your name again?
Marilyn Downing.
That's Marilyn Downing. She's a nice lady, but she is a groupie. She got a thing for me. I don't know what it is. But
South Meadow Village.
South Meadow Village, yes. How long have you been coming to these things?
I always try to come every year.
You really?
I like to support them.
Aren't you in scholarship in South Meadow Village?
Yes, I am. And I'm working on it now.
And this is scholarship here today,
Yes,
and scholarship in South Meadow Village.
yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, well, I'm in charge of the scholarship in
I
the
know, but
village.
how do you get money?
Well, I get it from the association, and we give two $1,500 scholarships to a graduate of Carver High School that is going on to college.
Wow, $1,500
Yeah.
each.
And the money goes to the students now. It used to go to the school, and then they changed, and it goes to the students now.
How do you know the student won't spend it on a new car?
Well, we hope that they do the right thing.
Oh, okay.
Well,
How do you select the students?
well, if we have them in the village, that's one thing. Otherwise, right now, I'm working with the scholarship.
What do you mean if we have them in the village?
Well, if somebody in the village has a relative, anybody that's related to them, they could be graduating from Carver High School, and they qualify to go to college, then we consider them. Otherwise, right now, I'm working with the scholarship committee at school because nobody has come forward in the village this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now, when do you give that money? Well, it's pretty soon now.
Yes, they've got the convocation coming up later this month, and I go to that dinner and I give out the scholarship one myself.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
I love doing it.
I'm kind of proud of the village doing that because is everybody in the village involved in that?
Well, they know that we give the scholarship.
Okay.
The Holly Fair helps us to raise money to do that.
And this is all part of the South Meadow Association.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
And are you an officer in that?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I've been on in the past.
Okay.
I'm on all kinds of committees.
Well, you look well.
Thank you.
Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you.
And thanks once again for talking to me.
Well, my pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Marilyn Downing, South Meadow Village. I knew that she was in the scholarship fund, and I didn't have any idea there was $3,000 split in half, $1,500 for each student. That's great. That's great. I got to go over here and talk to a guy I went to school with in the town of Randolph. He will not go on camera. Let's see what happens. I'm standing here now with a guy I didn't think would go on television with me, but his name is Dick
Thorn.
Thorn. And you went to Randolph School?
I grew up in Randolph and went to Randolph schools along with you.
Yes. We both
You were my upperclassman.
I was your upper class. That makes me a little older than you.
Yes. Yeah, real old.
You graduate from Stetson School?
I went to Stetson School. I didn't graduate.
Oh,
I went in the service.
Oh, okay. You went in the service. What service?
Navy. 4 years in the Korean War.
How long have you been a member of the Sportsman's Club, Dick?
I guess it was in the 80s I joined.
How do you join the club? If I want to
Very
join the
easy.
club,
If you-
how do I do it?
All you have to do is come down and apply, and we have a committee that views the members and kind of sit down and or the prospective members. We sit down and talk with them and decide whether they be a good candidate for the club. If they don't have conflicting interests with the club, or conflicting interests with hunting and fishing and whatever.
Do you have to be a member of the NRA?
No. Our club doesn't require it. It's recommended.
It's
But,
recommended.
we don't require it. It's some clubs you cannot join it unless you are a member.
Are you a member
Yeah.
of the NRA?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is most of the members here?
I would say a good number of them. I don't have exact numbers. I'm on the nominating committee.
Okay. I don't want to start any conflict here,
Yeah.
but there's been so many shootings. Are you in favor of 100-round magazines?
I think we should be able to have any kind of magazines we want. If we're a law-abiding citizen and we passed all the criteria to own and possess weapons, we should be able to have them. It's the people that are worried about these things. That if we take them away from them, they can't use them, and that's not right. If you're a legal citizen, you've got a legal right to carry. You should be able to carry it.
Okay.
Simple as that, as far as I'm concerned.
I can't ask for any more than that, and I won't go any further than that with it because it gets argumentative. I just wanted your views on it. I have my views. He has his views,
Yeah.
and that's okay. That's what's so great about America.
Right. We're all here together, and we're trying to get along.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Dick.
Okay.
Take care. Yep. All right. Dick Thorn, went to school with him, Stetson High School, Randolph, Massachusetts. And I could tell you some stories about Dick, but I won't. Let's let it go with that. I want to go down to the end table here. There's a couple of people I want you to meet. So if you'll follow me, I'll walk slowly. Jason? How are you doing today, Ken? I'm doing good. I want to talk to this gentleman because, as you know, when we're doing shows, CCAT, it's a Saturday, it's a beautiful day, and these guys are here. They've given up their day or a few hours of it in order to bring this to you. The guy that's pointing the camera at me right now is the executive director of CCAT, a heck of a nice guy, very talented, very handsome, very, very sexy. And he's given up his day. He's shaking up and down. He's given up his day to be here. So I want to give them credit. This happens to be Rich Goulatz, the executive director I was just talking about. The guy's pointing the camera at me. His son, Jason. Hi, Jason.
How are you doing?
Have you ever seen a handsomer guy in your life? You are how old?
16.
And you go to school where?
Carver High.
Carver High. What's your plans when you get through school?
To become an astrophysicist.
An astrophysicist. Wow. Have you got the marks for that?
No.
Are you a straight A student?
No.
Okay. How do you intend to become an astro? This seems to me like that takes a lot of education.
Something scientists happen not to believe in, but luck.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take that home with me and think about it. In the meantime, thank you so much for talking to me, and thanks for being Richard's son. Where's your brother? There's another guy here I wanted you to meet, but before that, there's a person in Rich Goulatz's life that should be talked to. Her name is Lynette,
Lynette Manzani.
and you have a child.
Yes, I have a 7-year-old son, Aiden.
Okay. We won't talk to him because I have a problem talking with little kids. They tend to scream or cry, and neither one is good television.
No, he'll be shy.
He's right down there in the corner. If we can get a picture of that handsome kid. How old?
7.
There's something about you that I want the people to know, if you don't mind. You know what I'm going to ask. You don't know?
No.
Can we say anything? Can we say it? Would you rather not?
I'd rather not.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's good enough for me. But I got to say, when you walked down the floor, I didn't recognize you. My gracious, what a lovely lady.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to me.
Sure.
Best of luck. All right. I've just been told that there's something more I should have asked Lynette. I understand that you're graduating from college?
Yes, yes.
When?
On May 31st.
This year?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks?
Yep. At UMass Boston,
And what was your major?
anthropology.
And I understand you've been going to school for how many years?
17.
17 years, nights?
Nights, weekends. Yeah, 2 classes a semester.
This gives you a bachelor's degree?
Yes, yep.
Would you go for a master's?
Maybe. Taking some time off first.
Yeah. School must get kind of boring or, I don't know, a pain in the neck after a while.
It kind of does, but you get so used to it when it's not there. It's like, oh, I should be doing something more.
Well, congratulations. 17 years, boy, that shows commitment.
Yes.
If you had it to do over again, would you do it?
Probably quicker.
Now, anthropology, would you be able to get a job in that?
There's certain areas where you can, but you would kind of need a master's before you can really.
Need a master's.
Right.
Always that one more step, isn't there? Huh? But you're still very young.
Uh,
Yeah, you're young. Don't look that way. You're very young. So listen, I think that's wonderful. 17 years of school. My goodness, that is terrific. Rich is a lucky guy, and you know what? You're a lucky girl.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to me again. Okay. All right. That was Lynette. Well, I didn't get her last name, but Lynette is good enough. A lot of people have one name. Cher. I think that's wonderful what she's done. 17 years of school. Imagine that. Whoa. I thought 4 years of high school was a lot. Okay, let's see who else we got here. I'm standing here with a charming, beautiful young lady whose name is
Dawn Padavani.
Dawn Padavani.
Yep,
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. You're a member here.
No, I'm not. I'm just volunteering to help out.
Okay, are there any female members in the club?
I believe there's one,
There's one.
Jane Forrester,
Ja-
sitting right over there.
Yes.
Taking
well,
the tickets?
I've talked to her.
Mhm.
And I never thought of it before, but in my mind, because I'm old,
Mhm.
the Sportsman Club is a men's organization. What do you think
Not
about
anymore.
that? Not anymore.
No, I might apply.
But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
No, not really. I don't know.
How long have you been doing this?
This is my second year volunteering to just waitress.
Waitressing?
Mhm.
Well, that-
Yep.
Again, you know, you people sitting at home, again, here's a lady who's given up her day, come in here and work her head off. It's not easy. Waitressing is not easy.
No, it's not, but it's fun. The people are very nice.
And you're nice to do it.
Thank
And
you.
you're nice to talk to me.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Don.
Appreciate it.
Right. Don Pedavani. I have a little trouble pronouncing all the tough words. Don Pedavani. Waitressing here. People are starting to come in now for breakfast. I understand earlier today there was a whole big mob here. And I think they're going to probably duplicate that. I'm going to see if I can talk to Paul Johnson again. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I'm standing here with
Dylan Goulart.
Dylan Goulart. How are you doing?
Very good. How about yourself?
I'm not too bad. We were just up talking to the rest of your family, Jason
Yeah.
and Lynette and whoever else was up there. And I said, what happened to Dylan? Nice looking guy like that. Where were you?
I was just outside,
Oh, all right. It's okay.
enjoying the fresh air.
It's a beautiful day.
It is.
You are cameraman,
I am.
editor.
Yep.
Where did you learn that?
Big Cat himself, Richard
Really?
Goulart, my father. Yeah.
Yeah, Rich Goulart.
Mm-hmm.
Nice guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Best guy in the world.
I would take exception to that. I
Right,
think
well-
I'm the best guy in the
I
world.
want to know.
Nice talking to you,
Nice talking
Dylan.
to you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Okay. Okay. I'm standing here with the handsome Jack Franey. How are you, Jack?
Good.
I'm doing good. I haven't seen you since election day. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
Yep, things are working.
Okay.
You know, and the old saying, when one door closes, another opens. So
Absolutely. And you know, with your education,
Oh, yeah.
you shouldn't have any problem.
yeah, yep. Different doors are opening, different things are coming up, and so it's a building process. And I'm going to build up my tax practice, so anyone in town needs to have their taxes done, they know they have another tax preparer in town.
Hey, there's a good thought. You're in the
Yeah.
phone book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Franey does taxes. You need some tax help. He's the guy. He's the CPA.
Well, I'm going to do a variety of things. I already lined up a job with the CPA down in Fall River. I'm talking to another CPA that does municipal audits, and and I'm going to apply for a teaching position at Bridgewater State to be an adjunct professor.
Yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah.
You'd be a good teacher.
That's why I was searching for jobs that came up, and so I figured, hey, why not try it? Do a little bit here, a little bit there, and have some fun doing it. You know,
Oh,
I'm
I love your
63.
attitude.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
your attitude.
Yeah.
Are you, let me ask you a question you don't have to answer. Would you ever think of running for that office again?
No, that's behind me. I want to move forward. No,
Yeah.
no hard feelings or
No,
anything.
no,
but,
no, no, no.
You know, I've had a series of jobs over my career. From being a CPA, it's opened up a lot of doors for me, and that's what's happening now. You know, I still have my reputation intact, even though a couple of selectmen tried to destroy it on me. But hey, I'm
Let's
moving
not-
forward from that. That's
we're-
politics.
We're at
You know, that's
politics.
when you dabble in politics. That's what happens.
Politics is a dirty
Yeah.
game.
It's a very dirty game,
Yeah.
especially in this town.
And if you haven't got thick skin, you shouldn't be in the
Exactly.
game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still on the board of selectmen. I plan
Yeah.
on running for re-election.
Yeah.
I can bring a lot to the table, and I'm still going to bring
Well,
a lot to the table.
I, for one, am proud to call you friend.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I wish you all the best.
Yeah. Thank you very
and
much.
your wife.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's away now.
Oh.
See, I lose the election. She goes away on vacation.
You're a bachelor then.
And I got 4 dogs I got to take care of, so I'm more a nanny than a bachelor.
If you're batching it, I got a couple of numbers in Boston.
No,
No, forget it.
No, she's away at the Colton show. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay.
We're rolling? Okay, I'm sitting here now. I'm standing. He's sitting. Your name?
My name is John Fabrowski. I'm president of the Plymouth County League of Sportsmen.
Wow, that's a pretty good title.
Well, it's an honor. It's an honor.
yeah.
But not.
Are you elected to that?
Elected to that for the last 15 years. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if there's a lot of competition out there going against me, but yeah.
That doesn't make any difference. You're there and you're doing
Well,
the job. for
well, I'm
15
proud
years.
to represent these guys. A club like Carver and a lot of other clubs. We got 16 clubs in Plymouth County, and when they do a function like this, a scholarship, it's a great deed, and I'm glad to take part in that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. What's your duties?
My duties, well, let's put it this way. We have a function as a Plymouth County to represent all the sportsmen in Plymouth County, sportsmen's clubs. And we fight for the rights of the sportsmen, for the outdoorsmen. I mean, when I say outdoorsmen, I'm not talking about gun rights only. I'm talking about the rights for the use of the lands and protect the lands. We protect the environment, and that's what our job is. And we are very, very active. The Plymouth County League, in my opinion, is the strongest league in the state.
Wow, but that would be your opinion.
It is, in my opinion, but I'm also a member of the Mass Sportsmen's Council, which represents all the clubs in Massachusetts, and that's why I know that Plymouth County is very strong.
When we talk about Sportsman's Club, we talk about guns and hunting. Isn't there also fishing?
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm the founder of the Standard Sportsman's Club, which is from East Bridgewater, and it's a very versatile club. We have people who throw hatchets. They have black powder guns, but there are a lot of kayakers, hikers, campers, fishing all the way around.
So anything to do with outdoor sports?
Absolutely. Outdoors is the magic word right there.
Right.
Absolutely.
How about bow and arrow?
Bow and arrow, we have a great archery program. Matter of fact, we instituted part of the Plymouth County League as part of it. The Standards Club and a lot of other clubs have got archery in the school programs.
In the school program?
It's actually part of the curriculums. We instituted it in a lot of the schools, and a lot of the schools now are taking up on it. And it's all at the expense of the sportsmen. They're the ones paying for it. We pay for the supplies, the gear, and we even train the instructors at the school to do this. It's part of the physical ed program.
Could a guy my age who was a sportsman at one time but now finds it difficult to traverse the woods as I used to join the club?
Absolutely. A lot of your clubs have a cap on them. The Standards Club, for example, has a cap of 350. We just like to, it's because of the property, surrounding property, even though we own 150 acres of land. Carver is the same way. You get on a list, it's more than likely a waiting list. But there's a lot of clubs, Hanson, Holbrook, and places like that are taking members on. Wankiko down here in Middleborough, they're accepting members. And they welcome people in here. Yeah.
You know, there's one thing I wish that these clubs could do, and that they can't, because I've talked to people in Holbrook who used to live in Randolph. I wanted to, when I was working, I had a job where I had to carry a lot of money, and I wanted to have a gun. I never could get it.
Well, if you didn't get one, it had to be a reason. And
In
I'm
those
not gonna
days,
go into your personal life.
No.
All right, but if you had a problem as a youngster, high school days actually, if you
let me say, before you go any further, I know what you're going to say, if you're a felon or if you've had a drug addict or any of that, and I agree with that. I've had no problem. I'm Mr. Straight Arrow. I couldn't get a gun because in those days, and I remember I'm 83 years old. This goes back a long way. In those days, the chief of police in town, if you didn't like it, you couldn't get a gun.
Well, that's true too. Back then, I mean, it was who you like, but also you could be 15 years old and get a license to carry a gun if you're going back to those days.
All right, let me tell you another story. When I was 10 years old, my father bought me a 22 rifle. 10 years old. And I used to walk through the streets of Randolph with that rifle loaded with no problem at all.
Well,
And
there
I was
wasn't any problem there. And unfortunately, times have changed.
I don't think it's a good idea today.
No, it's not. But there are laws out there, and that's part of our job. We protect the guys that are in there. Now, if you were to apply, there's no reason for them to deny you. I don't care how old you are, unless you were incompetent in some reason or another. But there's no reason for them to deny you, and you have the right to fight. And that's where you come to an organization like ours. This organization's called GOLD, Gun Owners Action League. They'll actually help support you with lawyers and everything else. They've got to have a real good reason. They can't just say no.
Now, I understand in order to get a permit, I've got to come here
Not necessarily. You don't have to go and belong to a club. Not necessarily. It helps. It helps. What they're going to ask you is to take a course, a firearms course. They want to make sure you're capable of handling a firearm. A lot of police departments will ask for that. It's not actually a requirement by the state. It's local police departments who require it. They want to know that you've taken a course and you're capable. It's nice if you belong to a club. I suggest you belong to a club because where else are you going to fire that firearm?
That's true.
All right.
Well, it doesn't make any difference that I was in Korea and carried weapons in Korea.
You could say that. I mean, think of the boys that are coming back from Afghanistan now and all over. Those guys are with the firearm and the firepower that they're using now, but yet if they have to be a certain age. They have to be qualified, but if they had any kind of a record against them way back when or whenever, they'd be denied a firearm. Now here they are driving tanks, they're missiles and everything else, but unfortunately they're not allowed.
They're defending our country.
There you go.
They're defending the right for the Second Amendment.
Well, Massachusetts is probably just one of the strictest state in the country, if other than California. But the laws that they've got now, our politicians are out there. A lot of them out there trying to make it stronger. Making it stronger is not the reason or the problem. We got to enforce the laws that are on the books now. There's laws now that really cover everything here in Massachusetts. Everything.
Thank you. You're very, very articulate.
Excellent.
Name again?
John Fabrowski.
John Fabrowski. Nice guy. Very articulate. I hope you got something out of that. I sure did. Thank you. Thanks again. Okay. I don't think that Paul Johnson is ready for me yet. He's out in the kitchen, busy as heck. If we could just turn the camera around just to show the kitchen. And this is only the part you can see. If you go around the corner there are more cooks. So they're quite busy at the moment. I am going to take a little break. I need a cup of coffee. I'll be right back, though. Don't you go away. Okay, I'm standing here now with a lovely, lovely lady, Susan Williams-Gifford, State Representative. Good morning. Can I call you Susan?
Absolutely, absolutely. Good morning to you.
I have a story to tell you that you don't know about because you're so busy. Many years ago, when you were first elected, I was on the board, Housing Authority Board here in Carver.
Oh.
And we had a big problem. And I needed your advice. So I said, I'm going to go in and see her. She'll never see me. She just got elected. She's too busy. You know what? You saw me. And you saw my problem.
I remember when that was going
I'll
on.
never forget you for that. So why are you here today?
This is a great cause. I come every year to the Sportsman's Club breakfast. Folks here have been big supporters of mine, and a lot has to do with my support of the Second Amendment rights. And I believe this is a great program, the scholarship program that the club has every year. It benefits a great number of kids in our community. It's very important. Plus, the food is great.
And it's cheap.
Yes.
Are you a supporter of Amendment number 2?
You have to help me.
Second
Oh,
Amendment?
yes, absolutely. That's the Second Amendment.
I'm going to ask you a question. You don't have to answer it because it's kind of political. Are you in favor of a 100-round magazine?
I don't think there's really any reason that law-abiding gun owners should have restrictions placed on them in regard to what the capacity, the magazine they choose to have. So
What a great answer. What a great answer. And
and Second Amendment, it's what it's all about.
with that, I'm going to let you enjoy your breakfast.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
It
you
was
so
such a
much,
pleasure.
Susan Williams Gifford, for being my representative and
was-
being here today.
It's good to see you again, too.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. Have a great day.
Right. Susan Williams Gifford, a lovely lady, a great state representative. Maybe you'll be governor someday.
Oh, I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you again. I'm standing here with the president of the club, right?
Right, that's right.
Paul Johnson,
Yes, you got it right.
former candidate for selectman.
That's correct in this spring's election.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Well, the voters have apparently given me enough time to do this.
Good answer. You know something? You didn't lose
No,
because a guy like you. Listen, you people sitting at home, take a look at this guy. I don't know whether you. I don't even know him. I just met him at the election day. He ran for selectman, a very, very busy job. Look what he's doing here today. If you could see him, the camera could follow him. We couldn't follow him. In an hour, I'd be exhausted. I'd be laying on the floor. That's how hard he works. And yet he volunteers to be our selectman. And somebody said, he lost. You're not a loser.
no, you're never a loser.
You're not a
No.
loser. You just didn't get enough votes.
That's right.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I don't do this again, too.
I want to ask you this. How old is the Carver Sportsman's Club?
Carver Sportsman Club been around since 1948.
48. So that's 52, 65 years.
You do the math better than I do.
Yeah. Who started?
Was started originally by the Haju brothers, I think, about their relatives.
The Cranberry Grove.
Yeah, actually their great uncle, I think.
Okay. And how many acres do you have here?
We protect 300 plus acres of open space right here in the center of Carver.
Wow.
Beautiful property. One of the nicest properties. If you take a look out at our pond, you'll see you can't find a better piece of property right here in Carver.
I've lived in Carver 12 years. I've never been here. When I drove up this morning, I said, this is gorgeous.
We're the best kept secret in the town. If you closed your eyes and you looked out our window, you'd think you were out in the state of Maine.
Wow. Yeah. You are. Oh, Vermont.
Oh, Vermont. That's
Yeah.
right.
You're the president here. Now, could I rent this hall for a private function?
Absolutely. The rental price for the club is $250.
$250.
$250.
That's cheap. That's
It
real
is
cheap.
We have DJs available for people. We recommend bar services so that people, if they're serving alcohol to people, they can have a professional bar service do it. And
Do you have to be a member to rent the hall?
no. You go on our website, www.carversportsman.com, and we have a rental page. You can click the Contact Us link. There's drawings of the hall, so you can see how big it is. You can see the facilities itself. Very well done.
When you rent the hall, can you, if it's a summer day, can you have the outside facilities too?
Oh, absolutely. Great place for, we do the Fireman's Clam Bake here every year. We have them here. We do a chicken lobster bake for ourselves as a fundraiser. It's a fantastic facility for that. The pavilion's available as part of the rental. Whatever you need, whatever you want, it's yours for $250.
Give us the website again.
www.carversportsman.com.
You get
I'd like to put in a plug for John Duffy.
Absolutely.
John is the guy that came up with the idea of the Scholarship Breakfast Placemat, which is where we get the lion's share of our fundraiser. Local businesses donating their money for ads for the placemat make this function happen. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's great. How do you select the students that are going to get the scholarship money?
We let the schools do that. The only thing we do is if there's a club member, they're allowed a preference on the scholarship, but that hasn't been exercised really all that often in the history of the breakfast.
Wow. Has it been successful today? Have you considered this a success?
It's always successful. Through our placement and because of local business, it would be successful if no one came. We'd still be able to hold the scholarship.
When you say placemat, is the one I'm looking at right there?
Yes, we've done that for the past 11 years. The businesses purchase a spot on the placemat, $80 for the big ones, $60 for the medium-sized ones, and $40 for the smaller. There's businesses out there that want to participate. There's always changeover. We can always use extra.
That's fantastic.
It is.
Have you got a phone number that people can call if they want to rent the hall?
They can call 508-866-2442. That's Brian Griffin.
2442 Brian Griffin.
2442, right. Brian is the guy that coordinates the rentals for me, and he does a great job.
Anything you'd like to say to the people before we sign off?
Come on down. We have a great time. We put on a great breakfast, and we have as much fun doing it as the people that come here have. And we'd like to, once again, thank the local business for their support.
That's great. Do you ever sponsor a dance or anything like that? A moonlight dance, maybe?
We offer to local charities like the Cub Scouts and the Girl Scouts to offer the facilities at a significantly reduced rate. So
thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate your coming down here today and giving us a plug on CATV.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Paul Johnson, the president of the Carver Sportsman's Club, former candidate for selectman, and I'm sure future candidate for selectman. A great guy, a great organization. First time I've been here, I certainly will come here again. Thanks again, Paul.
Thanks, Ken.
All right. Well, that's it. That brings to the end, the close, another edition of On the Air. I'm Ken Simmons for CCAT. I had a great time. A lot of information that I got that we passed on to you via the microphone and the camera. Again, I appreciate the guys at CCAT. Someday I'm going to do a show on CCAT, show you what goes on in the background, show you that they do the selectmen's meetings, the planning board meetings, the school board meetings, the football, baseball, concerts, graduation. And you're going to be amazed when you see the shortage of staff they've got and what a great job they do. And you know, they're always, always trying to improve. So I want to give them a great, great big plug, and I want to give them a great, great big thanks for bringing these things to you. CCAT, channels 13, 14, and 15, tune them in. Tell your friends and neighbors about it. You're going to see what you like. You're going to like what you see because they do a great programming job. One of our cameramen does the Bruins and Celtics home games. How about that, Carver? Think about that. That's a big job. Okay. The only amateur here is me. But don't forget, I love you, and I'm going to see you again and again and again. Goodbye and God bless.